Breaking right now at 6 o'clock. Police are searching the home of a missing teacher. Her husband, a person of interest, is standing across the street as police do their work. Thanks for joining us, everyone, for News 8 at 6. I'm Susan Shaw.
And I'm Brian Sterling in our Kalamazoo studios. We do want to begin with that breaking team coverage news that broke just before we got on the air at 5 o'clock tonight.
We are in Portage, standing near the Lockhart home. Let me show you what we're looking at. Right down this, if you can look down the sidewalk there, it's neighbors are telling us the gentleman in the green shirt is Christopher Lockhart. Now, we can't confirm that, obviously, because we have to stand behind this tape. However, neighbors are telling us that is Christopher Lockhart, the person of interest in the disappearance of his wife, Teresa Lockhart. And if you look across the street to the left, you can see that is the driveway of the Lockharts. That's their home. And parked in the driveway is a mobile crime lab. We've been told this has been going on since about 4 o'clock. Police showed up. They were talking to Christopher Lockhart outside the home when suddenly several SWAT team members in full tactical gear appeared. We were told they may have gone into the house. We have just recently heard from a neighbor who said they have seen officers going in and out of the house. From our vantage point, it's hard to see whether or not officers are going in or out, so we can't confirm that, but neighbors are saying that's true. I have seen, while I've been watching here just in the last 10 minutes, officers with rubber gloves going in and out of that van. So that's what we know so far on scene. Now, Portage Police Department is supposed to issue a news release. We're waiting for that. We don't know exactly when that's going to come. But of course, as soon as we get it, we'll share it with you. But for now, reporting live in Portage, Brady Gillum, 24-hour News 8.
All right, Brady, thank you for that. We will definitely stay on top of that story breaking tonight. Sue?
Brian, our team coverage continues with Heather Walker in our newsroom. Heather, you have been on this investigation for days now. You were in contact with witnesses as this all played out. What can you tell us right now?
That's right, Sue. I've been on the phone since this news broke right around 4 o'clock. I've been speaking with witnesses. They've been telling me the play-by-play. I've just learned that one of those witnesses spoke to police on scene. They tell us that police are inside his home, that they have a search warrant. Again, they're inside Christopher Lockhart's home with a search warrant. So let's break down how this all went down. Again, all this information, according to witnesses, we are told that Christopher Lockhart was pulling out of his driveway when undercover officers showed up. As soon as he saw those cars coming, he started to pull back into his garage, and that's when the officers approached him and began speaking with him. They later then saw him across the street. Now, the SWAT then arrived shortly after, and police tell us that in these instances, SWAT are called in to secure the home to make sure that the area is safe before the crime lab goes in and searches for evidence. Now, because we've learned from those witnesses from police that they have a search warrant, that means that police have enough evidence to believe that a crime has been committed. Not only that, but they have enough evidence or probable cause to believe that that home is connected to the crime, and specifically they have to be looking for certain items in that home connected to the crime. So once again, this is a developing situation. This all started back on May 18th when Teresa Lockhart was last seen. She was seen around 5 o'clock leaving the gym, and then 8 o'clock was her last social media posting. Then a couple of days later, it was her Schoolcraft Schools, where she's employed, that reported her missing, not her husband. And then a few days following that, Portage Police Department called this a possible homicide, naming her husband, Christopher Lockhart, as a person of interest. I'm going to stay on top of this. I'm going to keep in contact with those witnesses. We'll let you know when we learn new details. At the live desk, Heather Walker, 24-hour News 8.
Heather, thank you for the latest. Our crew will be in Portage tonight. Following this developing situation, we'll have a live update at 7 o'clock. We'll bring you any breaking updates on air, of course, and online at woodtv.com. Stay with us.